Look at my tit.
Slip a tit for the interview.
Are we straight off the bat
Straight
going
off
for
the
it?
bat going for it.
Are we
Have we
actually?
not done a test or not yet?
No,
We
me
don't
and
know.
Thomas have already done this for you.
So you were
Okay,
fucking
my lead there.
late. Did you bring my SD card?
Yeah. It's
Talk into your...
Thank God.
It's over there. Is this switched on?
Yeah, don't you worry, Sunshine. Me and Thomas have done the groundwork before you came.
I don't know if I trust
Look
you.
what he brought us
Mugs.
Just one.
for the
There's
audio
one for you
listeners.
as well.
Thomas has provided Here's the Crack mugs to join in with the aesthetics.
If we're gonna start using Here's the Crack mugs, we need to get a fucking wooden table.
Here's the Crack
Can't
coasters.
just be slapping them off this fucking glass table.
I know every so
Slap
often in
away.
that last podcast we done with 2 degrees, it was literally just like
Click.
bang, and then it was so funny watching the video back
Yeah.
because this was like your boy Jordan was just like bang, and then you were like bang, and then he sees Matty every so often just being like but it's still
Still
sound,
picks it
yeah.
up.
He was on the non-alcoholic beverages. though,
May as
so-
well just slam it down and get done with it.
Yeah, I know, just getting
Exactly.
exactly. So without further ado, welcome back if you're listening. Thanks for coming back if you're watching. If you haven't already, what's the whole podcast thing you were talking about, the whole rating and reviewing thing?
And it's just like basically if you review the podcast on audio, like like
Apple Music.
Spotify and Apple. Spotify, you subscribe, and Apple, if you like leave a review, it's like benefits us. So please go and do so if you
Yeah.
haven't already.
Make us feel really happy.
Make
Fuck,
us-
I just got shocked with my mic.
You're a dick. Yeah, so do that. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel,
Yeah,
we're on our way to 1K, slowly but surely.
563 last time I checked.
Well,
That 2
let's
degrees
go.
video banged. It banged. It literally did. Like within about how long?
It's like 100 views, pretty quick.
it was-
I'd say,
it
like,
wasn't
but for
even
us, that's like a couple of hundred views, whereas like back to other people, it's like 500,000 views.
Yeah, I know. Well, here
Our
one day.
standards are low.
One day we'll get there. But without further ado, we'll just slip straight into something.
Oh
Jehovah's
jeez.
Witnesses.
Oh my god.
Just smash it on the table.
Jesus! Sorry.
Smash me.
Get right into it. Tommy's question time. Roll the intro.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the greatest show on earth.
It's Tommy's question time.
Yeah. So my question is, how do you lose a tortoise? Because
Tortoise.
a tortoise, or however you say it. How do you say tortoise?
Tortoise.
But basically, Shay was telling us today, a turtle or tortoise went on the loose on the Armour Road.
Oh my god.
My question is, how the fuck do you lose a tortoise?
That's what I'd like to know. They never really explained what happened, but some girls come on Frank Mitchell's daytime radio.
Is Frank Mitchell still about?
Yeah.
Oh my
He does
god.
his own morning radio show. This is what I fucking... This is what I have succumbed to now that I am in a fucking 9 to 5 sitting listening to the radio in the mornings. Like Frank Mitchell.
Frank Mitchell.
You don't have Nolan on, like?
Absolutely not. I'd actually get pissed off and punch the screen or something like that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Frank Mitchell was on this morning. She had some doll on and she'd lost her tortoise, and apparently it's been roaming around the Armour Road all day. Or it's been missing this 2 days or something, but she says it went missing in the Armour Road area, so...
How should I use it, like?
Has it been found?
There was word earlier, I just heard before I left work that someone had found it, but it hadn't found its way back to its owner yet.
You get the earpiece on and you're like, we've just got word from the studio, the tortoise has been located.
It's about the most exciting thing that's happened in Belfast this week.
It's
like.
Whatever.
mad what makes the news nowadays. Like.
Whenever you put in earlier on, it was like, we should put by a warning traffic, slow moving vehicle on the Armour Road. I was like, Shay coming out with the absolute bangers.
On the turtle, the tortoise was called Herms. So it just made me think of like Herms, like the delivery
The
people.
delivery company.
And you're gonna just be like, haha, just as fast as them too.
Just as fast as
Little
them.
cunts.
LOL.
Oh my word. Speaking of deliveries, see the other day, Lucinda ordered like a foundation like cream thing, right?
For our face.
So yeah,
Like makeup.
like makeup. And
Foundation, like cream.
I
thing.
think it was
it's just
one
called
of them
foundation.
eyebrow brushes, eyelash brushes.
What? Is it foundation or a
Oh,
brush?
No, and foundation and an eyelash brush, right?
Anyway.
Anyway, we digress. So, literally packaged, what, about, yay size.
Yeah.
We in agreement. We've all seen Foundation, and yeah.
Well, I
Guess
don't
what
think you
size
have.
the goddamn box was?
Was it Amazon?
It was at least, I would say, slightly smaller footprint than that TV.
That's just it's Amazon, was it?
Yeah.
It's all the time.
Literally, she opened it and was like, "What the heck have I
Do you mind
ordered?"
the size? Was it your dad ordered the fucking
The
rake?
rake, yeah.
Holy fuck! You could have fitted a bed in that.
This big box, and then there's about 6 ton of paper inside wrapped around.
I remember
it.
we were there.
I think they've just generally got like five sizes of boxes in Amazon, and if it's slightly too big, they'll not even try it.
I
They'll
would
just go up a size.
never imagine ordering a rack off Amazon.
There's no way. It's just was
Like
I think
how bored and how deep in the internet have you got
I
to be
think
where you're like,
it's just like
"Here,
What would
Helen, we need a new rack."
just on that, like, what would you say is the weirdest thing you bought? And like, well, at all, but especially in like lockdown, whenever you're sitting bored and you're scrolling through it, you buy some absolute shit. Like,
You know what I bought, to be fair? The weirdest thing was, you know, the wee tiny basketball hoop
Jesus, yeah.
for when you're pooping.
What? Oh, right.
And
I
you
thought you meant you pooped into it.
And you can Kobe Bryant a few
What?
balls into the hoop.
Shooting poops.
oh my god,
What's the weirdest thing you bought?
pooping and pooping.
Bought a load of rubbish, but I actually bought. It's quite weird, but have you ever? There's like these wee sticky things you can get, and you put them on like say a table,
Yeah.
and they've got like 3 grooves in them, and you can run a lead through it.
Oh,
Oh my god, probably one of the best things I've ever got. But the adhesive was shit on it, so it like fell off after a month.
Adhesive on that stuff always is shit.
But like, well, that is so neat. Why did I buy that? Like,
So
I
nice.
have the wee boils that you stick and you can insert a lead into, so they look like a wee flap, and then you push it in and they're like, and they like hug it, the lead, so it, like you can run a lead really nicely down like a skirting board.
Yeah.
Really good if you're OCD.
What does this podcast come to?
What's the weirdest
Say
thing
like-
you've bought?
Don't know.
Don't
Off
know.
Amazon. Don't know.
gimp suit.
Oh what?
A ghillie suit?
A gimp
Oh, a
suit.
gimp suit.
Gimp suit? No.
Oh god.
Don't know. I feel like I just get anything that you can't just go to the shop and get. You know.
Do you ever get yourself so psyched for buying something on it? Like you get on Amazon.
I get like that.
I don't need anything, just
I
wanna
get
be
like
scroll.
away sauce. Like.
I get like that in
it's
Facebook Marketplace.
I'm gonna go buy myself some clothes, and you end up just scrolling and liking all this stuff, and you never actually buy it. Like.
Do you want to know what the thing is with ASOS? You scroll for hours and literally you're like liking all this stuff, and you then realize you come to that like decision point where you're like, I'm gonna stop scrolling and I'm gonna buy. Then you go into your bag and there's like well over like 180, 200 pounds worth of stuff, and then you scroll back and you start looking at it and going, I would look like such a flipping twat in that.
Yeah.
My ASOS bag is usually notify me if this is in stock. I go through ASOS and pick like 20 things and then go back to my basket, and
So
none of them
also
have sizes.
like, yeah.
How do you, this sounds like such a boring question, how do you pick your size of ASOS, or are you just kind of like one size fits all, like a large?
I just always go for extra small.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
I wanna be squeezed.
I just go for medium. It depends what it is. If it's a work shirt, I'd get a large one because I don't like them being tight. Yeah, it's not worse than a tight
Oh
shirt.
no,
whenever
that's
you're
true.
sitting all day
There's
and
no,
you get all
there's no,
sweaty and all.
there's no
I-
give in shirts as
Jesus.
well.
I went for a job interview not too long ago there.
Hack before you say this. Buy you know them skinny fit shirts,
Yeah,
muscle fit
yeah.
in large, because it's basically the same as a medium. Buy 2 sizes too big, because it's basically the same size as a medium, but that stretchy material. It's so comfy.
What size do you buy in Gymshark? Because I'm pretty sure you completely and utterly screwed me when I was
Small.
ordering off Gymshark. Yeah, you
Medium.
ordered small. You said, I asked you what size you normally go for in Gymshark, and you went medium. So I went, right, I'm going to go large, because I thought of slightly bigger stature than you, but not a wild pile. And literally I put one of my Gymshark tops on the other day, and you may have as well poked. I could probably poke people in the eye with my freaking nipple. Like, it's just like, it looks like a boob tube.
They're meant to be tight though.
I know, but like, look at me. I look at the type of person who wants to like roam about. Like, you don't
Gymshark's
mind
so
it, like,
weird,
but
like, cause like I get medium,
Sizing's
and it's
terrible.
like fits nice around my shoulders and all, but then like towards the bottom, it just is too long. Then
I got a tank top the other day. It looks like a fucking vest you'd wear whenever you're 6. Like it's proper stuck. Like I thought I was going to the gym with this loose fitting tied up around the top arms, like gonna look massive, and the thing is just stuck to me. Like. Got small, like. Not a good idea.
As I was saying there, I decided about maybe how long is this ago? I had that job. I had a job interview, not for the place I'm going to work for, but like another place. And I remember I was like quite panicky about it, and I'd never really prepared like what I was going to wear. So like on the day I was due up at like 3, and I maybe started getting ready, which for me is quite late, around like 1. But like I needed to go an hour up the road. But I remember throwing this shirt on, which when I now look back at it the other day, because we were going to that wedding party, was a medium.
Right.
So I threw it on, it just about fit it, and then I put like a jumper over the top of it, like quite a nice dressy jumper. It was bloody boiling on the way up the road, and I was like, oh my god, like I need to, like, I don't know how I'm going to wear this jumper in. And literally as I was pulling in, I like reached over to get my mask, and all I heard was this like there, the buttons came out. The buttons come out like right in the middle, so just below just below my tit, but just above my belly button.
Was this before the interview?
Yeah. So I had to sit through the interview, and I was boiling, and they were just like, they were all wearing shirts and all, and I was waiting for one of them to be like, "You're not roasting, like take your jumper off." And I'd be like, "No,
get a load of this,"
because
like a mad tit,
slip tit for the interview.
You're hired. We don't advise that type of bribery in here.
How do you engage with customers? Well, I show flesh. Normally work. Segueing into it. Speaking of mugs, the DUP. Oh!
You should have taken a drink.
Should've
Out of your mug. Oh,
These are
there it
nice
is.
mugs.
Speaking of mugs, what about the DUP? What is your opinions on this?
I don't really know what the fuck's going on. It's all happening so fast.
Do
I
you
feel
use,
like, since Poots was elected, everything's went down.
That was
do you
fucking
look
down.
at
That
it
was
as
just
people who like aren't really familiar with the DUP, and like as young people as well? Do you just not look at it and go, what in the actual hell are these people doing?
I think
How
like
are they entrusted?
people
with power?
our age, I could be wrong, but like I think people from our generation are just sort of fed up with the whole sectarianism thing. Like when Poots was elected, we sort of joked about it because of the whole dinosaurs thing, but like you didn't actually think, oh, he's gonna be kicked out, like.
Oh, it was doomed from the start.
I know,
like,
but you
it
didn't.
was
If I would have
fucking-
said, oh, what was it, like 20 days or something you were saying?
21 days.
Like, oh, in 20
Yeah.
days he'll be gone.
I wouldn't have said that much, that little. Like I'm no expert by
Did
any
you see
means of
Arlene,
politics,
the
but
wee
holy
crafty fox
She
tweeting
must
about
be
it?
loving it.
She was like, out for a lovely coffee today. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And everybody was like, you cheeky dog.
Arlene.
She
loving
basically
it.
2-fingered the lot off him, like, aye. But
An Irish coffee today, perhaps.
But the thing is, though, like, effectively, I think he nailed his own coffin for that aspect of it, because the whole point of her going, like, a lot of people were saying the reason why she was kicked out was because of this whole thing about her being all dodgy and all with, like, I don't know, like, apparently there was rumours that she was, like, sleeping around and whatnot, which I don't.
Arlene Foster.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Who the
I find that
fuck?
hard to
I don't know
believe.
what I
Like,
mean. But anyway,
A brave man
a brave one.
or woman.
Looking
But
living somewhere.
yeah, but yeah, effectively they didn't want her in because apparently she had these like inside trusted advisors, which she like went
Inside trusted advisors,
like
is
her
it?
wee like clique basically, and she basically got information off them, but like didn't really consult a lot with the other people. So I think they all got butthurt, and then just basically went, right, Arlene, sling your hook. And then Poots come in and was like, it's okay, I'll listen to you. And then the first thing that happened, he just went and done his own thing. And then they were like,
What is it
my
he
guy.
done? He was elected, and then he like,
Google it here.
what was it? I was reading about it today. He was elected, and then he basically like put this guy forward. He's like an MP over in Westminster, as like for the leader of the DUP.
Aye.
And then
He quit on Thursday night because colleagues revolted over a deal he had agreed with Sinn Féin and the British government about the Irish language legislation. How long has this been going on?
Have you
for,
seen
this
that
Irish language
they're
thing?
trying to get the British government to sort out?
they've
Irish-
already done that. It's sorted now, like.
Paul Given
Right.
was the man.
Yeah.
But why is there such controversy over?
Go back to that one you were on. Are you on the BBC one?
No, I'm on the Why Did Edwin Poots Resign?
Or sure, lazy cons, like. It's just any fucking excuse to get someone else to do their job. Like.
Hold on,
Just kick them all out.
But do you not think like everyone's gonna be like now because of the way the DUPs went, the next person who's gonna be elected, everyone's just gonna be like,
They're just
is there gonna be any
It's
better?
gonna be
they
like
just look
United trying to find a manager for the next couple of
They
years.
literally
or so.
come across as the most whingiest, gurniest sack of people I've ever.
Yeah.
That's just Protestants for you.
But Sinn Féin's the same too. You know?
I mean,
They're just as bad as each other.
I know,
like.
but here, I'll give it to you. Like, I will give it to you.
What do you mean, yes? Sinn Féin do not represent me.
No, I'll give it to you.
Fuck
Like,
you.
they're
I
all
represent me.
like they're making an effort with regard. Like they're all like, I know we took the piss out of them being on TikTok, but like at least in all they're trying to like engage with younger people.
Yeah.
Whereas what are them other sack of shites doing? Like literally just sitting up there gurning about each other. They can't even agree with each other.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how is that meant to install any sort of like?
But they're still going to get the votes though.
They'll get the
That's
votes.
just the
Like,
thing
they'll
about it,
definitely
like-
get the votes up my way because all you hear is like, no, that party looks good, but we will not be voting them because if we vote them, Sinn Féin might get in and we won't want that.
Absolutely.
I seen this TikTok the other day. Was it you'd sent me it?
What?
Was the when I was a boy, trains had faces and they had good British names like Edward, Thomas, and they ran on coal. Sinn Féin
That's electric
took the
power.
faces off them trains and now they run on electricity. The blood work of the devil.
Brilliant.
What was it he said? Electricity should be used to
He
cure hysteria in women and cure sexuality and homosexuality.
he basically backed the Irish, like he basically backed like Westminster making the decision on the Irish Language Act, and then like everyone sort of turned against him, and he put forward like your boy Paul Given. But I think like they wouldn't back him then. And basically I think Given's an MP, and like an MP can't work in Westminster as well as like lead a party in Northern Ireland, so he would have to leave Westminster. But everyone's basically like been like, no way Jose, so now they have to like re-elect someone else. So
Poor wee Michelle's just trying to get her position back as deputy, like, but she can't.
it's like with all this going on, everyone's
Michelle, I don't understand what way it works, but I think there has to be a first minister for to be a
each
deputy first
party,
minister. But Michelle O'Neill can only be a deputy, whatever fuck way. I don't know what way it's set up in
that's
there.
a
like.
whole big
So she
rigmarole.
there's a fucking first minister, so she can reapply to be deputy first minister because she had to step down because Arlene Foster stepped down.
Yeah.
As deputy. Oh my
To be
fucking
fair,
Oh, I
I
don't know.
guarantee Arlene and Michelle were best mates. Like
fucking
behind the
scissoring.
scenes,
Why
like-
can't
They're fucking scissoring, mate.
why can't it just be like everywhere else?
Why can't we all just be friends and get along? Like,
But why
it's
can't
so
there,
much easier.
why can't there just be like one leader, like a prime minister? or something?
Communism. Like
I know,
fucking
but
Kim
like, you know,
Jong-un.
like-
Jong-un.
This is what
But
the
you know,
Kim
like-
Jong Jerry.
Over in England, it's like the prime minister, and then in the market, it's like the president and all that.
I know, but then
Whereas like here, it's like all this fucking.
Could
I know,
you
but-
imagine there'd be fucking war?
there would be. But then you also imagine the absolute bollocks is that like you look at Boris Johnson.
I know, but
And then you
things
look at-
aren't going as bad over there, is it? Like,
I think like people are just have got to a stage in them sort of countries where they're like, let's just vote this by
the,
and for a
way
laugh.
the
like.
way Boris Johnson went about COVID was ridiculous. Through that whole second lockdown.
are we any better? Like,
If you can work from home, please do so.
I know,
but if you
but
can't,
Jesus.
We
go
just
back to
copied
work.
them though. We just copied
we
them.
were like we
You
went
should
off.
not choose public transport, but if you must, do.
I know, but we were going off what he was saying. Like the leaders were like of our country were like, oh, we need to see what he says. You know, so like we're worse than him then because at
We're
least
just
he
fucking
was,
bottom feeders.
At
like.
least he was actually making decisions, as bad as it was.
But like I do guarantee you, everybody's looking over us and being like, "What under hell's going on?"
like
over there?"
guarantee, and nobody gives a fuck,
Be honest,
and
yeah.
nobody's
I know,
looking
but
over
like,
at us.
Yeah.
I don't think the English are sitting there going, "Fuck, have you seen what's going over there, over in Northern
I
Ireland?"
don't think they know we exist.
They're too busy.
No, will be that crowd where they're like, "Hey, do you see the news about Northern Ireland?" And they'll be like, "Oh, aye, it's annoying for a minute.
Definitely not in the news.
Like, who cares?" But I don't know.
It's a whole big hell.
if only it was as easy to just turn around and be like, why can't everybody get on? But like, I think that's the joke.
If they got on, would it be any better?
Is because literally DUP cannot even get on with themselves. Like there was that whole thing with like Poots walking out as some other guy was doing a BBC News interview, and they were all just like staring at each other like little school children. Like,
but this could be a good thing.
I don't know.
Like if a party like the Alliance could come in now, like, who's actually more like neutral. You know, like. Not like like the DEP's going like should be replaced, but it's more like if they could get like further up, and then like I think they could be better than
the thing is though, I don't know what it's like down your way, but a lot of ones up my way would and like I wouldn't personally know many people who would be like that, but a lot of people would vote DUP because there's still the fear that Sinn Féin, if they don't vote DUP, Sinn Féin will get in. Yeah. So therefore, we just keep going round in this vicious circle. Would it be the same up your way? Like, would you know a lot of people who would vote Sinn Féin to keep?
Oh yeah,
because people will just religiously vote Sinn Féin. But like at the same time, I think like ones our age now are getting a bit more like, why should we have to? Well, like,
one thing I want to ask is, did Sinn Féin not agree with the whole abortion thing?
Yeah.
What, like no abortion?
No, did they not agree that you should be allowed abortion?
Yeah.
And am I right in saying that? Is that like that would be a lot of times people say that down like sort of our direction, is that they're like, that's not very like isn't really in line with like sort of the Catholic teaching.
It's not
really.
Then
I don't
it's
really
not
know.
really, but like you can't just be going off religion. Like that's
no, but that's what I'm saying.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Sinn Féin's a Catholic party, and they should do whatever Catholics would do.
But maybe that's a good thing that they're trying to break away and
it's gay marriage as well.
Yeah, take religion kind of out of politics.
Parties should like politics shouldn't be led by religion, like realistically.
Should be led by just people wanting.
That's where all the problems are coming from, like.
Well, anyway, we digress.
Is that your just word now? Digress all the time now.
What? Shipments.
What?
We also have good news to share with you. Both Thomas and I. We have graduated. We have got the results. The two boys have come out, and they have done it.
Yeah.
We have done it.
Nice.
How happy are you?
Just delighted.
And now we have to go through all the bullshit of like, do you want gowns? Do you want to rent gowns?
What are you going to do that?
I think we should talk about that in the next podcast though.
Why? Oh yeah, fair enough, right? You do you.
Sorry.
Don't let me stop you. Holy moly.
Notice the thing today, right? You probably haven't noticed this because you both have Apple laptops now. It's such a minuscule change, but anyone who has like a Windows laptop or PC, down the bottom right hand corner, you get the weather now.
Wow. I think I noticed this.
It's just absolutely fucking life changing, because instead of like down the bottom right, like this is just an update. It came out of nowhere, like it's just updated itself and switched the computer on one day, and rather than having to go to the effort of opening the blinds and look out the window, you can tell it just says there's like a wee symbol like a sun or like a cloud in front of the sun to tell you if the sky outside's clear. Like I'm just like, that's fucking technology. That is technology.
Your phone?
No, you don't even have to lift your phone. You're already on your computer.
I know, you just roll over and go, wow.
Oh, you just roll out of bed.
What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
Shit like
it has been an absolute wonder time up round here. We have never had weather quite like it. Have we?
Global
sure. Where else would you get it?
Spain.
The boys are heading to Costa del Portrush at the weekend.
Costa del Portrush.
Are we looking for good weather?
Yes, please.
Costa del.
Absolutely.
Have a few bevies with the boys. Gonna get
with the boys.
Go out in the lush.
Hay fever's been bad though.
I suffer from hay fever.
Yeah.
Suffer from it. I'm a gimp. Sorry. Fuck. I was born with hay fever. I'm such a gimp.
Few runny eyes and itchy noses.
But we were talking about it the other day, my ones, and I was like, every year you always think, oh, it'll not be bad this year. Like, you know, it always takes you by surprise. Because you get sort of like almost halfway into summer and you're like, oh, it hasn't started yet. Like, it might just get away alright this year. And then it's just like you wake up
Like
that
saying-
morning and nose is stuffed, eyes are itchy as fuck, and you're like
Giant pollen shaped dick in your ass.
just pollen up the ass.
Do you want to know what I find annoying about the whole thing is that I never get it when I'm outside. I could literally spend about 3 hours outside, and as soon as I come inside, it's like it follows me like a stalker, and then I'm
Well,
just like
just pollen.
roll over in bed one night and it's lying there beside you. It's like, hey Ross, hey, show me to scratch your back.
let me assault your nose, and I'm just like, no.
I don't get it, so I don't understand it.
Lucky.
It's just like you get all stuffed up and your eyes get real itchy, and you get I have eczema as well, which I get real itchy then.
You shit fuck. Ball in the corner.
My whole
there.
life's just falling apart.
Scratch,
Scratch,
scratch.
scratch,
See the
scratch.
things you get for the hay fever where they're wee armbands.
Oh my god, they're a load of shit, like.
Are they?
Yeah, I've had them before, and it's so you look like an absolute dickhead, like this big. It's like an axe, like goes around, like it goes around here.
But it's
goes
skin
around
colour,
here.
so you can't see it.
This is fucking skin color.
The first time I seen those, I thought they were
Have
like,
you seen the colour of them? Their
No.
skin colour if you're on the beds every day, like.
right enough, like. But
Holy shit, their skin.
first time I thought there was like a needle going into in there because there's like a wee circle thing.
It's literally just a wee ball,
Yeah.
and it just like presses up against your arm, and it's not uncomfortably pressing up against your
Genius
arm.
marketing. Man.
It's so stupid. Like, whoever invented that is a madman.
No, he's a
If it
fucking
was a
genius.
needle going into your arm, I'd be like, absolutely not. No
I
thanks.
see they do wipes now for it.
Imagine it was a needle, like just went straight into your arm.
Yeah, they do wipes now for it.
Wipes.
Hay fever wipes. So I
What?
don't.
How does
I,
this
just, I
work?
don't know how they work, but like I'm just assuming you rub them on yourself, like, to clean. I don't know how the fuck.
You rub them on
What?
yourself.
Like, do you get itchy or what? Or like,
It's just
do you
like
wipe
your
your
nose and
itchiness or
stuff.
something? No,
People
like,
say
like, you're not going to take your eyeballs out and
there's so
start
much.
wiping them. Like.
There's so much like stupid, like I don't know if it's stupid or not, but like all these though, there's like all these like hay fever hacks. So like apparently if you put
5-minute crafts. Like.
apparently if you put Vaseline
Vaseline,
under your
yeah.
nose, it like catches the pollen, like, and you're like,
So that's
and then
logic.
apparently if you like eat honey every morning, like a spoonful of honey, it makes you immune to the pollen.
It makes
Local
you friends
honey.
with the bees.
Local
And then the
honey,
bees
though.
are like, we'll
It does-
just,
I don't
Like, it's
know.
local honey.
Why does it have
It's-
to be
it's
only in-
local because it's like local. So but
Only
then this is what-
Ballamino
like,
honey.
does that
So
mean then
Ballamino
whenever you
honey.
head down to Port Rush this weekend, you have to be like, oh shit, here I need to go get a bottle of local honey. I need to mingle with the bees.
Why does it have to be local?
Because they carry the pollen. Like
So
you
only
look at,
only
like, a prop-
Ballamina
a
bees
proper-
carry
a
pollen.
a proper
What?
thing of local honey in a butcher's or something would cost you like £9.
Yeah.
Like a proper bit of honey, whereas like all this processed shit that you get in Tesco is like £3, and like you can eat that to your heart's content. I don't think it's going to do anything. Whereas I think was it my brother-in-law suffers from hay fever, and he started taking the local honey
Yeah.
and was crap.
Taking it.
But then
taking her
obviously,
where? Down to the pub?
but then obviously,
Showing her a good time.
obviously this is what obviously
It's
this is what I
pushing
was
away
saying
the
because
crop
people were
around
like,
full of honey, like.
you know, you need to have local honey, and I said, but then what happens if he's working up in Belfast?
So you
No
just go
longer
into
no
the
good.
shop and be like, I need some
The
honey.
bees change.
Imagine going up to the till. It's
They
a
wear grey
slow.
tracksuit bottoms up here.
The Ballamina bees are just like, alright, yeah, let's go.
North Face jackets on Belfast. Like.
Imagine going up to the till and you're like, is this local honey? And they're like, I don't know why. And you're like, well, actually, if it's not local, the bees don't carry the pollen to it. And then I'm not going to get rid of my hay fever. And they're just sitting there like, fucking buy it or don't buy it. Like.
Is it worse whenever you're at home because you're out in the country? Is that a thing?
It's just everywhere. Like, I don't know.
Can't escape it.
It's just everywhere.
I don't actually know. Like.
I can't escape.
It's usually like silage season. Like.
Oh, whenever
All
you're
the
out
grasses
sitting
is
in
being
the-
cut.
Deadly. Thomas got out of the car there and
10,
was like
5,
looking around. I'm so scared. Where's the pollen?
I don't like,
Like,
drive
you're not
up,
getting
don't
it.
drive up to Belfast and like straight away my nose clears up and I'm just like, oh yes, I'm free. Like.
Ah, but you know, like if you're in town, like there's not as many flowers and stuff as at your house. Like.
Here, tell you
Suppose,
what, tell you one thing I'm getting a while off this time of the year.
What?
Midge bites.
Haven't seen any
I
yet.
got wild
Minge
bad-
bites.
Midge bites. Wild bad one of my hours last year. Like. Wild bad one of my hours. And let me tell you, it's not pleasant. But
Jesus.
flip me.
Hey, bitch.
What were we saying?
Minge bites.
I was gonna talk about the COVID vaccine, getting the COVID vaccine, but I'm maybe thinking we should save this.
Yeah. If
For the
people are
next
getting
podcast.
confused we're recording 2 podcasts tonight, so we're sort of like, I don't know whether to talk about this now or save it.
Well, the DUP thing's obviously so current. And then obviously...
Should we talk about what we've got coming up? We've got 2 big enough podcasts
You
coming
just
up.
go on to graduation things and what you're gonna do.
No, we're going to talk about that in the next podcast.
So basically,
Sorry, guys.
we're sort of trying, we'll just finish it off with a wee chat of what we're trying to do with the podcast, I think. We're trying to get a good mix of like us just talking and then guests.
Yeah. 2 and 2. I think
So
would be a
like,
good vibe.
if you can let us know what your thoughts on that are. So basically, we've got a podcast with Jawbox Jerry coming up,
Yep.
which I think will be good. And then we've got the most famous place to eat in Belfast / Northern Ireland will be coming on the podcast.
What
so
one?
you
We've
can
we've put our differences aside.
What once was
So-
our
Stop-
sworn
stop.
enemies of the state.
We stopped the internet beef.
Wait,
so we'll let people guess who that is because there's not many places now.
that was the
Leave
most,
people on the
that
edge.
was the weirdest
You-
name as well.
It's not the one from Newry.
No.
And we'll be
Definitely.
doing like our
Yeah.
first podcast not in the house. It'll
know.
be out in
Indoors.
indoors,
Out
but
of the house.
Here's your crack on tour.
on tour. So yeah,
Stay tuned.
There's so many people are going to be thinking now that we've said we've put our internet beef aside that we're going to be doing a podcast with said person.
Pax Meals
Yeah.
coming to the podcast.
I'm
No,
telling you, it's
Mr. Mullen.
Mr. Malone.
I've absolutely no clue what he's up to now, but here, wishing them all the best from the here's the crack,
You
boys.
see, we're all blocked.
He's chatting about like. He's probably
Devastated.
on all 6 hours.
You got the money.
Aye.
So yeah, that's what's coming up. Stay tuned.
Oh dear.
If he's anything else to add.
No,
But if you haven't already watched last week's podcast, go watch it with the guys from 2 Degrees.
It's good crack, like.
It's good crack. A lot of
Shay got
banging
a bit
and
lit.
smashing.
you got so lit
I watched
within
it.
such a short period of time. Like.
There's a bit where like he gets up to like fill up, and I remember like on the actual day he just like pours the glass of wine, and I just look at him and I'm just like,
It's a pity you didn't
You're
have
getting lit.
another
camera over to the side. Remember the first time we done it, we had the GoPro up in the fridge and you could just see everything.
Yeah.
It would have been good to get that angle of me like going and pouring drinks and nearly fucking falling over shit and all. Like that would have been a good angle to have.
man was lit.
But yeah, it was because fucking used to drinking spritzers. Like it was just full wine.
I as well as that. This plate we had them boys in and it was boiling. It
Yeah.
was proper boiling. Sweat was pissing out of me, and then you were. I had that one beer and I felt a wee bit like
Yeah.
but then wee bit Kerr's lit. But the boys, 2 Degrees will not say anything, but they've a good big announcement coming out soon.
Big things coming.
The big thing's coming. I'm actually excited to see because their new EP is very good, and we delved into a wee bit about it, where the songs came from, what they were all about, etc. What's your favourite song off the EP? We'll put you on
I
the
love
spot.
that coffee one. I think that's
Oh,
called. I know
yeah.
it's not on the EP, but I just think it's so catchy.
I
Like
love
whenever I was at it in that video, I had overlap.
Yeah.
Fucking kept playing over my head. Like. I was literally singing it for like 2 weeks after that, even though it was only a week ago. But
I like the Concrete Pillow one. That was the first one I listened to.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember Matty released the wee shortened version of it
Yeah.
on his own, and I remember coming into you and being like, "Lad, listen to this. This actually sounds pretty good." Not that we didn't. Not that we doubt them.
I love the merch. When are we doing that?
I don't know.
You're
Whenever,
touching that last week.
whenever I get famous.
I do like these mugs.
What should we say? Like set it like goal if we get 1,000 subs on YouTube, we'll start doing merch. So.
We'll do a small giveaway.
I think we'll do.
3
I
hoodies.
think we'll do a giveaway soon because we've nearly been doing this a year.
Yeah, I suppose when we're doing it 1
I
year.
think though, with regards to not to give away any sworn secrets, but like, I think what we should do with because here's the crack, we've kind of made it very broad. Do you know what I mean? We haven't went down a certain route with it. So I think if we were to make some like hoodies, some merchandise,
Yeah.
I think it would be like quite, it would be quite like a touristy thing in Northern Ireland. Do you know what I mean? Here's the crack. Do you know what I mean? How would you imagine American backpacker comes to Northern Ireland, goes around Northern Ireland, gets a wee patch for their backpack. Somebody goes, "Hey, how's Northern Ireland?" And then they're gonna go, I'll tell you about Northern Ireland. Here's the crack. There you go. Branding.
Stop
Wow.
We've done it. But yeah, let us know if you want.
Merch.
Here's the crack.
I got blue stuff. I got white stuff.
Coming
Whatever
to-
you want.
Coming to a street corner.
I
near you.
genuinely think that would be the most discouraging thing. Like if people were like hyping us up and was like, definitely you should release merch, and then we released merch and no one bought it.
No, well, that's
You went on 3 units sold. It's us.
Release
three.
hoodies. That's
It's
right.
10 hoodies, sell 3.
Though in my luck, I'd buy one and have to return it because it's too small.
You're going home to your parents and you're like, have you not ordered one yet? Like, what's going on? I've only got 3 sales.
10 limited edition hoodies, and then you just come. All our parents are in them. That's 6 of them, and then you're applause on. So loud, lads.
Bought one for the dog.
Wow.
God.
But we'll end that there. Thank you very much for listening. We're going to go and record another podcast now for the week after.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yes.
Get up, get at it.
So yeah, if you're not subscribed on YouTube already, subscribe. If you don't follow us on Spotify, please do. And if you haven't rated us on Apple Music yet,
Go leave a review.
go leave a
us know
review.
what
Let
you
us know what you think.
Only if it's 5 stars though.
Yeah, and if there's anything we can improve on, we'd love to know.
Be honest.
Yeah, be honest.
But honestly.
But only
give
if
us
it's 5 stars.
Yeah.
If it's your honesty is not 5 stars.
Yeah.
We don't care about your honesty unless it's 5 stars.
You're just
Yeah, thanks.
thanks, bye.
Bye.